good as time as any to go down the list, starting with Yodataco and the Rebellion, or the Resistance, not the Rebellion. On Solo with Heroic and GA 99. I can't, is it so small? GA 99. Also with Rey and PZ4CO and the Rey's Millennium Falcon title, so not a Death Ray, interesting choice. And Nodin Shavdri with C-3PO, Corsella, and the R4 Astromech. Let's see who's getting that. Looks like a 3-turn here. So Rey is the Resistance pilot. For 3 turns, Rey won't deploy. And he's facing the Imperials with a rear Admiral Chirrut Sloan Swarm. It's Rack with Admiral Sloan, Darth Vader, Proximity Mines, a hull upgrade, and the Dauntless title. And 4, count them, 4 Academy pilots. So a classic Rey Sloan versus a pretty unconventional Resistance list. Zimatique, if everyone wins, everyone loses. It's not true. The real losers are the people who weren't here to get all those points. Points are important. I think we can all agree. Points are the only thing that matters in life. They're actual currency. They buy things. I did receive the misprinted Dutch Vander cards in the mail. We'll probably just send everyone who gets a regular printed one of these, maybe signed by Gerd or something. What does PZCO do? Good question. PZ4CO. Oof. Says at the end of the activation phase, you may choose one friendly ship at range 1 to 2. If you do, transfer 1 calculate token to that ship. If your revealed maneuver is blue, you may transfer 1 focus instead. So a little token share in there. The nickel economy is booming. Are they moving? Is this game started? Oh no, Han gets to place weird. That's right. Oh, an interesting placement for Han. I really like it. Range 1 of an obstacle, but out of range 3 of any other ships. That's right, Zimatique. Unlimited range coordinating. Looks like the players are set. Let's open betting. I almost forgot about that. Exclamation point nickels. See how many nickels you have to bet. And you can put them up on either Yodataco or Dankoo. 1 for Yodataco, 2 for Dankoo. Not how you spell nickels, Wally, but we're gonna get there. Or maybe the bot's just never gonna work again. How about that? Oh, Cloudbot, why? Why you do this to me? Turn it off. Turn it on. Just one time, I want this bot to work correctly. It's their signature bot for Streamlabs. One of the largest streaming bots in the world. All right, timer started. Cell Brute, how's it going? Let me see if the bets are at least counting. Yes, the bets are going through. So you can still bet. Bot commands, maybe not the greatest. Yeah, whatever. Wally, I don't think your bet went through. Nor in the hard one. Nodin coordinates a focus to Han. Wally, let me look up how many nickels you have to bet. Oh. Well, the 1,000 for everyone hasn't gone through yet, so you're only at 20, Wally. Decimator's gonna take a move. Gonna be a 2 straight for the Decimator there. Here's the thing, Cellbrute. Everyone voting on 1. No one's voted on 2. No one can win anything. Maybe I can even it out, but I think since I already tested the bet on 1, I could not do it. Now can't switch the vote. Once the vote's in, vote's in. It does sound like a job for Gerd. Rack changes his arc. Something the Y-Wing doesn't have by default. Little known fact. We bank here from Han. Han will check for a target lock, see if he's got anyone. He does not. So I guess he's just going to choose to fail it instead of locking an asteroid or something. That is going to be the round. 1 round down, Ray, 2 rounds from entering this fight. Of course, Ray will get to pick where to enter this fight in. I'm interested to see whether these TIE fighters either try to turn in on Han or maybe focus on Nodin, who is a linchpin of this list with the coordinates. And of course, being Nodin has the ability to perform multiple actions. Like if I'm Nodin this turn, I am coordinating a boost to Han, who then does a turn. I think you pretty much have to do a blue maneuver here with Nodin. Give Han that boost, and then let him 2-turn. Will that stress Han? Yeah, it will. Whoop-de-doo. Unless, of course, you're just going to turn Noden away and have Han go straight and not pursue the Dauntless or any of these TIE fighters. It's worth it when facing a Sloane swarm to read Admiral Sloane's card so I know what I'm talking about. So Sloane reads, after another friendly ship at range 0 to 3 defends. If it is destroyed, the attacker gains 2 stress tokens. While a friendly ship at 0 to 3 performs an attack against a stressed ship, it may reroll 1 die. That is a powerful card. So it's important to keep these TIE fighters in range 3 of the Dauntless. This list performed well at a couple of the Space Jams. Ray again will get to pop in, but not just yet. Looks like we're ready. Yellow TIE fighter with a 3 hard. That means they're coming in onto Han. There is the focus. Red is going to move. Surprise, surprise, a 3 hard. Will also focus. Blue now with the move. Is it a 3 hard? Sure is. 3 hard. I'm gonna guess a focus. And finally green. I wonder if it's a 3 hard. It is. Also a focus. So now Noden, who I call Noodle. Noodle's going to get the move. That is a 1 straight. Clears all the stress with Coruscant. Will give Han a focus from the coordinate. Takes the stress. Could focus herself. Takes an extra stress and a calculate. So Noden ends up with a focus calculate, 2 stress tokens. Han ends up with a focus. Rack now with the maneuver. That's going to be a 2 hard. Coming in, keeps those TIE fighters in range, and probably isn't going to end up taking a shot. Thinking about an action here. Gonna go for a target lock. Reaching out to Han, I think that's probably way out of range 3. The rack takes it on a rock. Rack on a rock. That's Rack's move. Now let's see what Han does here. Han, the 1 forward. Han now is going to check for a target lock. Does have all 4 ties. which probably means that all 4 ties are going to get a shot. Rack on the rocks, made with gin. And he's going to target lock the blue TIE fighter. Han is the first to get a shot. That's going to be range 3 on that blue TIE fighter. Let's get the violence. I'm not sure who's first, to be honest, because there's been no overlap yet. On with hit crit on the first roll. Does he spend his focus? He's gonna spend target lock. Ends up with hit crit crit. This could be an early damage going through here, through the focus. So that TIE fighter needs some paint. Gets 2 paint. Spends the focus for 2, and that blue TIE fighter will take a crit. Let's see what that crit is. It is a loose stabilizer. The blue takes only 1 damage. We'll find out who first is once Ray enters the board. I'm not sure. I'll just ask him. Hey, who's first player? Yep, thank you. All right, Dankoo is first player. So the Empire has initiative. So rack no shot. Now the TIE fighters get some revenge. Now let's see if these TIE fighters can put in damage here. If you get out of this with 1 crit on a TIE fighter and some substantial damage on Han Solo, that is a win in anyone's book. You're hitting the red TIE fighter, not Rack. Yeah, you're right. Not Han's book. When you're right, Catherine. So red's going to get the first shot here. Range 3, the very edge. On to Han. Let's go. Han rolling 2. This is going to be a 2-on-2 for all these shots. TIE fighters have a focus. Han does have 1 focus, so they should be able to get some damage through, just statistically. Might as well spend for 1. GA99, is it 99 or 97? I can't see it. GA97 is what delays the focus until after this turn. She'll wait another turn and then enter. She can delay up to 5 turns. He chose to wait 3 turns. Yellow, range 3 now. Han avoids any damage on that first attack. That's going to be one crit. Han just needs some paint. 2 natural evades. Han, so far, so good. Green's going to get range 3 shot as well. This one's going to be 2. Han rolls. 1 evade, so Han takes a shield. Blue now. Of course, the one without a focus, so this is almost guaranteed to be 2 crits. Oh, so close. No hits. So 1 shield versus 1 crit onto a TIE fighter. No one really wins that battle, although we know that blue has to go forward next turn. So Ray down to 1. Wait for it. Wait for it. Blue can afford to turn. I mean, they're technically there to die. Like, that's what they're there for. Noden is left all alone right now, but no help, really. Got 58 minutes left. No points on the board. Only 1 damage exchange between the two so far. Yeah, Noden's all alone until Rack decides, hey, these arcs go both ways. But you have to think that these TIE fighters have Han Solo right where they want him. I don't know what's happening right now. Noden endgame. Johnny. I do not know. I think that's a song, probably, Deslin. It reads like a song, but I don't know what that means. Odin might just stay out of it and let Han. Shrek. Oh my god. Well, I'm not sure. I think the resistance is in a little bit of trouble here because you're about to get a bunch of shots on Han. I guess you're hoping Han can take like 3 TIE fighters with him. Noden's waiting for the call. And if that's a reference, I don't get it, but that's just me. I'm not a Shrek fanboy, unlike Deslin over here. Love Shrek with all his heart. Put on my glasses. Maybe that's why I can't read anything. Oh. You know what we're missing? There we go. Now it's a Nickel City stream. Yeah, Snapple Facts. We'll do Snapple Facts next break. Next break, we'll do Snapple Fact. Rack is in a bad spot, but honestly, all Rack needs to do is keep within range 3 of his TIE fighters. That's all he needs to do right now. You will know the call when it happens. Johnny, I have no idea what you're talking about. I agree with you, Wally. Rack isn't in any kind of spot to really do anything. But here we go. Let's see what these TIE fighters are doing. Let's see what blue does here. A 2 straight. And fixes loose stabilizer. 2 straight from yellow as well. Focus there from yellow. Too hard, and that ends up on the asteroid. So green now will have to roll for damage. Let's see what it ends up being. Safe! No consequences. Although it won't get a shot. Let's see where red ends up. It's another 2 hards, could be in a weird position, and that is also on the rock. That is a tough move there for Dankoo. I mean, that is so close. I mean, look how close that is on both of them. It's the nubs. No consequences, but not the best position. Noden. 1 bank from Noden. Clears. Coordinates the focus to Han. Gets a focus and a coordinate for himself. Now Noden's in a pretty good flanking position right now, depending on where Rack ends up. Let's see what Rack did here. I can imagine it's just a forward. That is it. A 2 forward from Rack. Let's see what he does. He's going to attempt target lock. Still just out of range of Han for the target lock. Trying so hard to get it. Rack's definitely turning in next turn, so that's alright. Han now gets the move. The easiest hard 2 you've ever seen in your life. Han, I imagine, will be taking a target lock here. Maybe I do see a world where a boost is an option, but I know, just the Empire cannot get a break these days. How about, are you working? Nope. Why would it work? Why? So, Han Solo foregoing the boost, gonna take a range 2 lock onto the green TIE fighter. If Han Solo can knock a couple of these TIE fighters out, that is just good business before Rey gets in. Han Solo first shot, range 2 on the green. Let's go. Here's the roll. It's 2 hits, has the target lock. I can't imagine not spending it. He does spend it. 3 hits coming in. TIE fighter needs some natty evades. Gets 2. Only 1 damage through on what is probably the worst case scenario turn for these TIE fighters. It's not like Me 6 might be a little slow, but reliable as hell. Cloud bot, never seen a worse. Maybe if I disable him in my OBS and then re-enable, do it. No, leave it off for a second. Reboot it in 30 seconds. Rack is gonna get a range 3 obstructed shot. That's gonna be 3 dice for Han. Well, 3-on-3 action here. Han does have a focus. Rack does have a force available for mods, so that's nice. 3-on-3, here we go. Rack the shot. Not bad, Rack. Has a force. The Vader. The Vader. That's gonna be hit crit after he remembers Vader. On one evade, shields down. Don't think Nodin is gonna have a shot just out of range. All right, it's time. It's the resistance. Triton, thank you for the follow. Let me get rid of these dice while the It's the Resistance play comes into effect. Let's see where he's gonna pit Rey. Rey a little bit further back than I thought. That's where he's gonna put Rey. There it is. There it is. All right, so Rey is now in play. 45 minutes into this game. 2 damage done to TIE fighters. 3 damage done to Han Solo. So technically, the Empire's ahead here. That's the problem when you don't have one of your heavy hitters out there for a while. You're not being able to put through a lot of damage. Aisles being set. We finally get Rey in. Rey will most likely keep her arc straightforward, front back. That's how she best uses her abilities. Although this isn't a death Rey. No Rose, no Finn. I think Red's probably gonna have to eat this asteroid again. Might be able to get it. Yeah, definitely. Red's definitely gonna have to eat that asteroid again. So might get a bonus damage here. That would be nice for Yoda. 30 minutes into this game, haven't had any points yet. Although these ties keep trying to cloak. Let's see if we finally get some Vader triggers to start stripping Han of tokens. Here we go. Blue? See if we get a K turn or a turn. The 3 heart from blue. Takes a focus. Yellow now, following suit. We'll take a focus. Green with the maneuver. That's a 3 straight from green. I think you probably take an evade. I mean, you might barrel roll, but I think he's in the perfect spot if he wants to get a block right now. He's going to barrel roll right, he declared. So trying to block like a 2. 1 might not fit, but we'll see. Red goes over that asteroid, loses action, but in a good spot. Let's see if there's some bonus damage here. We haven't had any consequences from these rocks yet. Here's the roll. And that is a hit. Red takes a damage. Still no points on the board though. Rack has a good 2 hard turn coming. Noden now. There's a 1 straight from Noden. Clear stress. Does the coordinate. All right, there's that. Rack is the first to move. Show me that turn. There is the 2 hard. I wouldn't hate a target lock onto Noden. You can start eliminating these coordinates. That might be a good thing. But you can focus on Han too. I am not opposed to pick either of them. Let's see who he's got in range. He's got Noodle and Han. So it looks like Han is the target. Rey now is going to get the move, and let's see if she starts pouring in some damage. Rey, just the 1 bank. See if we... See if we get a boost here so she actually gets shots. Oh. Kind of out of range from anything. I expected her to go a little bit faster. And that is what we're going to get, a boost from Rey. It does give her a stress, but alright. And then Han. Gonna get Han does shoot first. Oh. This is gonna be rack at range 3 from Han. Rack gonna check for Vader first. And Han is just out of range 2 by the slimmest of margins. Range 3 in a rack. Rack's gonna get a die. Han has a focus. Han's not taking any that big of shots. I think you spend it here. Debating whether to spend the focus on Han. He does. That's 2 hits onto Rack. Rack takes, or doesn't have to take 2. Let's see. Uses the force. Rack takes 1. Now Rack gets a shot. Show me Han Solo. Range 3 into Han Solo here. The roll. Has a target lock. Does he want to spend it? He's gonna spend the target lock. Reroll those dice. And that's a bit better. That is a bit better. On natty evades, but will take a crit. It's a weapons failure onto Han. And now it's basically a scum falcon. Right? Has got range 3 onto Chirnu. That's a front arc shot, so she'll be able to spend force to convert if she wants. Oof. Not great. Not great roll there. It's gonna spend 2 force for 2 hits, pulling something out of nothing. Here's the defense from Chiranu. And it's a natty evade. Hardship to hit. Chiranu's lost 2 shields, but is still mostly healthy. Now Noodle will get a shot, range 3. Blank hit, spends calculate for 1. And Rack takes it, so Rack down to 14 total. Did you guys get disconnected? You must have, because I got disconnected. Yeah, give it a second. Alright, game is back up. We'll have to reassign dial. You'll have to reassign dials. No, you have to reassign. Takes the dials assignments away. Someone in the Steam chat was like, my Yu-Gi-Oh game. We had finished shooting, right? I believe so. Oh no, the ones get to shoot. Yeah. I think you just assign green to blue. Gotcha. This is range 2 obstructed onto Han from the TIE fighter. That's gonna be 2 hits. So Han takes 1, down to 6. Range 2 obstructed from yellow into Han. Here we go. Ooh, the blank out. We're back to dials with 35 minutes to go. Still no score on the board. So, while we got the time, let's go to our sponsor this evening. Diet Snapple Raspberry Tea. 5 calories, tastes good. Here's your Snapple fact. Endocarp is the edible pulp inside a lemon. I didn't know that. Thank you, Snapple Facts. Appreciate you. Speaking of that, let me put Cloudbot back on and see if we're in business. Forgot about you there, Cloudbot. All right, Cloudbot on. We'll give that a second and then test it again. I'm gonna add this one to quotes. All right. Added 4 Snapple facts in to the database. We're now up to 57, and of course, it's not working. Why would the bots ever work? It's only a main staple of the second largest streaming platform in the world. Looks like we're ready. Looks like dials were assigned wrong. What happened? Here come the ties. If I put in a ticket or Cloudbot, yellow takes the damage from the rock. So all the ties are down to 2. Red, going for a block. Norden coordinates a weapons failure fix to Han. Han has an escape vector here. Let's see what Rack does. That's going to be a 1 hard. Stressful. He's going to leave his arc side to side. Depending where Han moves, might be nice for him. Ray finally gonna get a chance to really move in here. There's the too hard. Not too hard, too bank. Leaves the stress. Gonna have to focus really, so she has something to get rid of to take away from Vader. But she's gonna target lock Rack, so I guess she's just consigned to taking a damage. On the 2 bank as well. On focuses. On, since he's a 6, gets to shoot first. I don't think Red's gonna get a shot. So Vader incoming on Han. And Han gives up the focus. So Rack is left defenseless. A range 1 obstructed shot. So 3 shots coming in at Rack. See if they can whittle him down here. It's going to be 4 dice for Han. It's going to be hit crit. Doesn't have a focus to spend anymore because of Vader. Rack rolls. That's an eyeball, so that's going through. That's a shield and a crit coming in on Rack. Let's see what Rack gets. It is a blinded pilot, not a great card to have. Rack now gets a shot. This is Han, range 1, obstructed from Rack. Four on 2 for this shot. No mods for anybody incoming. Here's the roll. That's going to be 2 hits. Han. Han takes 5, and that is our first points of the game. Ray now, range 2. And the roll. Ooh, has a force. Has a force, has a target lock. is gonna spend the force for 3 on Rack. That takes Rack down to 9. We'll see if Nodin is gonna be able to whittle Rack down even a little more.
Nodin range 3 now. 2 on 1. Roll. That's gonna be 2 hits. Rack 1 of 8. Rack's actually rolled well when he's got the chance. Rack at 8, and that is half points in a Rack. Red, no shot. See if Yellow's got a shot here. No shot for Yellow, so Han escapes any further repercussions. We're back at Dials. Should clean this shit up. And let's go to Gerd with that scoring update.
Your score is now Yodataco 56, Dankoo 36.
Good an endgame indeed. That's how it's shaping up to be. It hasn't been a boring game by any stretch of the imagination. It just doesn't feel like there's been a lot of action. Even though we've had It's the Resistance, we've had big coordinates. We've had a lot of rocks. The problem now is, Han can kind of get out of there and these ties have to turn in, which could end up blocking Rack. If it blocks Rack, Rack is gonna have to keep stress to stay to get actions here. Alright, let's debate how this one's pronounced. Is it P-Stone X? P-Stone X? P-S Tone X? Ps1X? Pistone X? Wherever you are, thank you for the follow. My favorite is PS Tone X, by the way. I don't know what you're talking about. Dirk sounds great. Dirk sounds like a... Oh my god.
How long has Gerg been on? Has it just been Gerg this whole time? Alright. Well, I'm doing a great job. Fuck's sake, Gerg. Yeah, no, I hit the button to do Gerg for the points. Then... Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, I'm the worst streamer ever. Like, I'm so bad at this. I go into the search tab all the time and just look at games I want to play. And then like I find people with like 3 viewers and I try to like start chats and stuff in their thing going, you know, just to give it a little engagement because I know how important that is sometimes. You would think with all of the stuff I have watched that I would be like an ounce better at this, but I am not. With all the Rocket League I've been playing with Yodataco recently too, you think I'd get better at that, but I don't. I think I'm one of those people where like practice will never make perfect. I just have to be good at it from the get-go. But I didn't do it on purpose. I would never lie in such a manner. We've got 17 minutes left. Half points on Han, half points on Rack, and I'm not sure Rack is going to get really to do much else here. All these TIE fighters, one away from half points. Rack down to 8 himself with a fully healthy Ray and a fully healthy Noodle on his tail. Also, not for nothing, but Rack is facing the wrong way. I don't know how much Vader can help him. Here we go. Let's see these maneuvers. Ian's the first to move. Looks like a 1 hard. If we get that focus. I really think TIE Fighters should get a barrel roll focus. They need something to give them help. If you like take them against an X-Wing, like it's just... They're twice as expensive as X-Wings, right? So would you bet on 2 TIE Fighters versus 1 X-Wing? I wouldn't. Looks like we're gonna get a barrel roll here, which means Red is doing something. Red? 4K. Oh. Wow. I think that might be off. Oh, that's on. That is on. That is on. I'm zoomed in. It is on by the slimmest of fractions. Red takes a stress token. They have a 3. He could have done a 3. Yellow now? The 2 hard? Blue the 1 hard. Takes a focus. Let's see where Noodle goes here. You're right, Zimity. 3 just wouldn't have been flashy. Noted the 1 bank. I'm a little surprised by the bank, unless he felt the 1 hard was going to hit the asteroid. Let's see who he coordinates here. And gonna coordinate a focus to Han, so no strategy change there. So now Rack's gonna move. Two forward, pumps, clear stress. I could live with a Rhea force here. And that's what we get, a reinforced to the back. Now Ray with the move. There's the 1 bank, and I think that probably gets her out of Vader's arc here, so she can feel free to target lock. Does she already have one? Oh, she already has a target lock, so you might as well focus. This is almost guaranteed to be full hits here. Now Han gets to move. Han, the 3 hard bump. Start of engagement now. Let's see if we get a Vader trigger. So let's see if Han takes the damage or Han loses the focus. Han gets the first shot. Got range 2 onto Rack. Three dice from Han. 2 hits, so 1 could end up going through. So Rack guaranteed to take 1. Rack down to 7. Rack now with a shot. Gotta imagine this is coming in on Han. Range 2 obstructed back from Rack into Han. Reminder, we've got a doubleheader tonight. Next match is Gus versus Sad Admiral. Here's the roll from Rack. 1 hit. Han. Natty evades. Ray now. This is also obstructed. Range 2. Ray definitely wanted range 1, but Ray has a target lock and a focus. Ain't gonna need it. Just a focus. Spends force. I would spend the focus. Rack takes a crit. Let's see what that crit is. And it's a panicked pilot. So 2 stresses gained from Rack. Now Noodle will get to shoot. See if she's got Rack in. That might be close. Nothing from Noden. So now the TIE fighters get to try and kill Han here. Just in range 3 from Red. Just in on the board. Just in on range 3. 2 dice from Red. Let's see if he can hit them natties. One hit in. Han needs some natural evades. Plenty. By plenty, I mean 1, but that still is plenty. Red, see if this is obstructed. It is not. Range 2. So this is going to be 2 versus 1. Yellow does have a focus. One hit. On. Gonna take that one. On. Down to 4. Green can't kill him, but could make things good. Range 2 for green. No mods available. Here we go. He's due for a good dice roll here. Would have been good. On with the roll. It's a blanks. On down to 3. We've got about 7 minutes left in this game, and he's going to need to kill Han to get a chance. I think Nodin's got to come into the fight because you have to assume that Han is going to die here. You need some more points. Han's worth 72. Each Academy TIE pilot's worth 22. So you need to have to or kill one, pretty much. Unless you think you can kill Chirnu at the pace of play, this is going to be the last turn, I think. They're not exactly fast-moving people here. If Han was going to run, he would have run last turn. There's nowhere for him to run now. I mean, he could, like, 3 hard away. Doesn't seem that prudent. The real question is, where is Nodin gonna go? Does Nodin have to 1 bank away so Nodin can get off their coordinate shenanigans? Again, dials are not set for everybody, so here's another question. How does Rey get a shot in her front arc here? You almost have to dial in that sloop, right? Yeah, I don't see a way for Rey to do it. I think you have to have Nodin do a 1 bank to the right, coordinate a focus, have Rey sloop. Or else she's going to be shooting out of her back arc. Or not her back arc, or maybe even have to turn her arc to the side. Not the worst thing in the world, but... I mean, realistically, yeah, I don't know. You have to think Rack is doing it too hard and just staying stressed. That's set. Let's see if we're ready to go. It's definitely the last turn now, so whatever these moves are, you have to make them count. Put in a tickets to Streamlabs about the bot. We'll if that bears any fruit. Probably not. Why would it? That is our time trigger on the game, so. Dankoo says he's ready. Oda's ready. Let's get our last action on. Green with the 2 forward. Probably just gotta focus, right? Yellow with the 2 hard. Stays put. Ooh, he did forget to drop Prox Mine. Wow, I don't know if the Prox Mine would have taken Hana, but it would definitely got hit on Ray. You could have half point Ray. It's only 5 hits you need. With the position that these highs are in, you could have got half points on Ray. Loading the 2 bank, R4 makes it blue. And gonna coordinate Ray a focus. The first coordinate on Ray, so I gotta think that that sloop is now coming. You're new now? Gotta think that this is probably just it's a 2 hard, that bumps. But he's stressed already, so that he can't reinforce, can't nothing. Here we go. Let's see what Ray's got in store. Ray, the 1 forward. Ray, 1 forward. That Prox Mine would have hit, but Ray in now great position. He He's got target lock and focus. There's no action for him to take. Let's see what Han did. There goes Han. And Han boosts away, so Han's out. So Rey will take a calculate as an action, because that's all the actions she's got. All right, Rack's got 6 health left and 1 shot coming in. I take this shot on blue to try to get more points. Rack is gonna get a shot. I don't think Rack is gonna get a shot. I don't think Rack's got one here. Couldn't measure, but I think that's out. So now it goes to Rey, and I think the smart money here is to shoot on the blue. But she's going in on Rack. I mean, the chance that Rey gets halved here is pretty bad, but I still think you try to take the points where you can get them. Rey has a target lock. We'll spend. Ooh, 2 blanks again. A force and a calculate. 4-3 onto Rack. That puts Rack down to 3. No tangible difference. Wait, how did you get 4? Oh, hit on it. Like, oh yeah, no, it is 4. So Rack down to 2. So here it is. TIE Fighters trying to make it rain. Range 1 for blue onto Rey. No mods for blue, so needs natties. Nothing. So now you need to roll all hits with your next 3 shits and shoot them. You need to be perfect from here on out, and I don't think that's very likely. Dankoo is just realizing that he had prox mines now. Yellow gonna measure for a shot. Got a range 2 on Ray. Oh, hit crit. Here we go. It's happening. Ray with the roll. Oh. Spencer focus. One shield down on Ray. Range 2 from red. He's not over the proxies yet. 2 hits again. There's a blank from Ray. Shields down onto Ray. Let's see if green gets a shot now. Green doesn't get Ray, and that is going to be the game. Range 3 into Noodle. The first shot's taken by Noodle. 2 hits. That isn't 4 though. Oh, and Noodle evades. Noodle's like, no way. I am the end game. That is our game. All right, folks. We're going to go to the starting student screen for a minute and while we set up the next game.